Hello, we are back building Willow Creek, sort of, mostly. You will notice in the Vorhand household that the second house is actually built. We have made the second family that lives here, except it's not really family. So you see, we've made the house, but we are coming back to that. First, we are going to show who is living there. This is Catherine Sunshar. She is a poor widow, you think. I shall read the write-up I made for her. If you asked anyone who knows her now, they would tell you that Catherine is the poorest little widow you've ever did see, but that simply is not true. Her husband was extraordinarily wealthy, and now so is she. But the rich life was not for her. She likes it simple. Will she be able to keep up the broke look with her new neighbors, or will her overflowing bank account find a way to manifest itself? She grew up poor. She grew up in a tiny little house with her parents struggling for money. But then she married Jonathan Sunshar, and they had a nice happy marriage, but he was a really good businessman and made tons and tons and tons and tons of money. They had a very wealthy lifestyle, and she went along with it because he was her husband, but she did not particularly enjoy it. It was too much attention, too much mental to deal with, too many people to please. So her husband has recently passed away, and even though she's inherited his fortune, she moved way out of town into a very poor neighborhood and is pretending to be super poor even though she's super rich, because she just thinks that's simpler, that is a simpler life that she likes. So this is her. You'll notice I gave her a very fancy gold wedding ring she hasn't taken off yet. The husband has the same one. He's a ghost in the household, because if you have a chance to put supernatural Sims in, I say put them in. I think it makes it funner. She's not in this household, but I did give them a daughter just because I like to make the generations continue. I like to be able to look back. I usually use like the family trees in the Sims as my way of looking back at Sims. So like I just don't like having Sims not to have children, because I just don't like the idea of them dying and disappearing from my game, other than just a tombstone. But I do like the tombstones though. Making cool graveyards is my favorite part about making long time games in Sims. That is beside the point, because they do have a daughter. This is Maggie Sunshar. That is her given name, Maggie. I don't think she would keep that name. I think she'll change it. She is sticking with the very fancy, rich lifestyle. I'm gonna make her and her household at another time, because it's just gonna be a whole different storyline. Right now we are focusing on Catherine and her secrets. So this is her house that I made her. It's a little tiny, very modest little house like the Vorhands are. I made her a lover of plants. I think she really enjoys gardening. So as you can see, there's lots of plants, and I put these things out so that we can have gameplay with her gardening and building a garden. This is the inside of her house. She has this nice little den with books and plants, and I gave her a red door for prosperity, and this creepy picture of a fox. She has got a tiny little dining room with the wall covered in what secretly is a lot of mementos from rich life. This wall is a mix of fancy, expensive china platters and flags from around the world, from places that she and her husband have visited, and then some of it is just like little bless this nest signs that she got at Pottery Barn. And then I have these keys here, which I might make a plot line with keys somehow, because I gave the daughter like a necklace with a key on it, so I might have some sort of key lore. This is her kitchen, once again filled with plants and some pink themed kitchenwares. The bathroom, there was no room for a sink, but just pretend. I think this little shelf in the window is what I'm most proud of in this house, because I think that came out very nicely. And then this bedroom, which I really had to be creative with, because look at that shape. That's not a good shape for a room. If you have ever built in The Sims, you know that this shape is a no. But she has a little bed. Double bed was not happening in this room. Lots of plants, and I decided that her husband was really into guitar, so that's her husband's guitar. He enjoyed musical instruments, so that's her husband's guitar. So another memento from rich life. So that is them. I imagine that Antonio here, in some of his free time, goes over sometimes to help take care of her because she is an old lady. So I imagine he's over here a lot listening to some of her stories, but she's not telling all of her stories, and helping her around the house and things. So that will be a fun gameplay moment, and it's gonna be fun because they're on the same lot, so it'll be easy. But that is this lot, that household. Also, in case you're wondering, I decided to name this lot Black Jams because I used a random word generator to generate some words, and those words came up, and I thought that was a funny thing, Black Jams. So that is the name. I am very excited about this save file. Just looking at this one little piece, I think that once we've filled out this whole thing, it'll be really cool. I want to put more houses on these lots, and then maybe this lot or this lot, one of the bigger ones, I think I want to put like a little crummy gas station. I think that will be fun. I want to put at least one community lot in each of the neighborhoods that we end up using. Catherine and Jonathan are on the gallery if you care. I hope you enjoyed this video. I intend to make more because I am very excited about this save file. Like and subscribe and things.